Hello, this is Coach Steve, and I want to thank you for checking out my Wello sample exercise video. During the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how I conduct a typical in-home training session. As far as equipment, as a beginner, starting off with just using body weight works perfectly fine, and as your program progresses, I'd be more than happy to answer questions about adding new pieces to your in-home gym. But what you see behind me is what I typically use for an in-home training session. A lot of work on the aerobic step. I typically use soccer balls for stretching and strengthening movements, physio balls, and light handheld weights, both dumbbells and kettlebells, and I also do incorporate quite a bit in the way of exercise tubing into my routines as well. So with that said, let's get started. Now with my exercise sessions, I always include 5 primary components. You have an active stretch and warm-up, the core workout itself, and then we complete the session with a thorough cool down and a post-workout stretch as well. So we're going to start with a little bit of an active warm-up and a stretch to get you started today. I'm going to start by grabbing my soccer ball, and we're going to start with a little bit of a movement called a squat and an overhead raise. We're just simply going to come down like so. We're going to raise overhead, and squat down like so here. Give you a little more of a profile view here. Again, we're looking to get as much of the body involved in this as possible. Muscle recruitment is a big concept that I always focus on during any of my in-home training sessions. We want to try to get as much of the body involved in every activity that we do. Let's go 3 more of these. Keeping the back straight. Eyes focus forward. Nice big stretch downward. And up we come. Excellent. Good. Let's move into the upper body for a little bit. We're going to set our soccer ball down. And we're going to go with a little bit of a shoulder roll here. Just going to lift the shoulders and then drop them down behind us. Lift the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades. You're going to feel a nice stretch across the chest as you do this. And again, let's go for 10 counts here. Nice big rolls. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and our last one, number 10. Excellent. Good. Facing forward, we're going to go with an alternate toe touch will be our next component of our active stretch and warm-up. We're going to go with this movement, also sometimes called a windmill. And we're just going to simply reach down toward the opposite angle. Nice stretch from the lower back. Gluteal muscles, hamstrings also very involved in this stretch. And we're going to go 10 round trips here, to the left and to the right. Yep, let's finish up with 4 good ones here, gang. And 3, 2, and last time each side. Right, and to the left. Nicely done. Good. Our last movement, we're going to grab our soccer ball one more time, and we're going to move on to what's called the pendulum movement. Again, we're going to a wide stance. Ball's going to start just in front of the hips, and just a nice little sweep out to the side, across the body. You're going to feel a bit of a weight shift from your left to your right foot as you work from side to side. Just think of the pendulum on a grandfather clock. Get a nice full body stretch here. Increasing that cardiac output. Blood flow out to the extremities. Yep, let's go with 3 each side, gang. 3, 2, and our last one here. Excellent. Good. Now that we're warmed up, we're going to get into several major movements that I always include in my in-home training sessions. We always want to get 1 major movement in for the upper body, 1 for the lower body, and we want to get 1 base movement for the core or the midsection as well. Okay? We're going to start with the upper body first. We're going to start with a basic push-up movement, which I'm going to do with my aerobic step. You can also do these off the floor. I find the step gives me a little more of a pre-stretch on the chest muscles. And I'm also going to start from the knees, which is what I typically do with my clients when I first start with them. Again, when you get a little more advanced, you can bring yourself up on the toes. But for you people who are just starting out, let's focus on keeping it on the knees here. Arms shoulder width apart. Nice inhale as you lower down. Exhaling as you press and extend the arms. Use a range of motion that feels comfortable for you. But eventually our goal will be to bring the chest as close to the press surface you're pressing off of as possible. Looking good. Okay, let's get a nice 5 to finish us out on this press. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent movement. Good. Okay, from here, we're going to get back into our squat movement that we used before, and I'm going to incorporate a little bit of some resistance in here. I'm going to use one of my kettlebells. Okay, again, we're going to sit you up in that wide stance again. We're going to drop down to that squat like we did through our warm-up, only this time, we're going to row the weight up to the chin. Okay, give you more of a profile perspective here. Down like so you can see my back is not rounding over. I'm keeping the back nice and flat. Head up. That's it. So nice stretch to the lower body. Squeezing out those buttocks muscles as you come up. And again, we're staying true to form with muscle recruitment here. Just about the entire body is involved in this movement. Let's go with 3 good ones to wrap up this movement. 1, 2, and last one, gang. Excellent. Nice. Good. Okay. The third move we're going to move into is a core movement, and you have a myriad of movements to choose from. But one I typically use a lot, it's a popular one in my sessions, is a simple abdominal curl with a press up toward the ceiling. So again, I'm going to work off my abdominal step. You can also work off the floor. Just going to clasp your hands here. Nice inhale. And as you exhale, I'm just going to curl the upper body up, pressing the hands toward the ceiling. Little pause at the top. Make sure we get a good full contraction in those abdominal muscles. Here's number 4. And 3. 2. And our last one, gang. Nice. Good. Okay. I typically use a leg to help bring me up, save a little wear and tear on the low back. I'll press my step back a little bit. Let's finish with our post-workout stretch. Okay? I'm going to start by bringing my right leg out. Actually, my left leg, sorry. And we're going to reach down, get a nice little hamstring stretch. Feel a nice stretch on the rear of the upper thigh. And we're going to hold these stretches about 10 counts. 3, 2, and 1. We'll bring that on back. Second leg, right leg will extend down. Going to reach down toward that foot. Again, 10 counts here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Good. Feet shoulder width apart. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, we're just going to reach right down in between the thighs. Get a nice lumbar stretch here. Again, holding this for 10 counts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to finish standing with our final stretch. And what we're going to use here is a combination of a plie movement with a simple overhead sweep. So, again, think of coming down like so. As you come up, we're going to sweep the arms straight overhead. So, nice little sweep down. Again, think of the same type of body positioning you used on your squats before, both during the stretch and the core workout. And keep your back nice and flat. Eyes focus forward. Nice sweep overhead. Get a nice full stretch down to the trunk of the body. And again, we're going to go 5 of these. 4, 3, 2, and our last one, folks. Nice big squat. And the stretch overhead. Arms down to your side. Congratulations. I hope you enjoyed your mini workout today with me. Look forward to working with you in the future and making you my next fitness and nutrition success story. Have a great day. Thanks again.